In this clip, we are going to add the last overall effects to our shot. So as you can see, it is looking quite alright. Now, the problem we always have with CG images is that they look too perfect. Not in the sense our compositing is amazing, but more like too good to be true. Sometimes you just want to emulate a couple of camera artifacts to break the CG aspects. And this is what we are going to do in this clip. We will add a vignette, some chromatic aberration, and some grain. Alright, so we will start with the vignette. So to do the vignette, I'm going to use a roto. So I'm going to press an O on my keyboard to bring a roto node. And I will enable the overlay, and I will hold my click on that menu here and select the ellipse. With that ellipse, I will draw a big ellipse all over my frame. Alright, now I'm going to create a grain node with the G key, and I will connect my roto to the mask of my grain node. Then my grain node to my last merge. There we go. And now I will hook up my viewer to the grain node, and I will reduce the gamma. Alright, so right now this is not the effect I want, because I want the opposite. I want the dark part to be outside of my ellipse. So I'm going to invert my mask. So I will type tabulation and then invert. And there we go. Now the dark part is outside. And it starts to look a little bit more like a vignette. Now I will just need to blur the contour of that vignette. So I will bring a blur node with the B key, and I will set its size to something big like 100. You can even go higher to 200. Alright, I will hit the Q key to see how it looks like without the roto, and I think it's alright. Let's disable the grain node. Yeah, it just adds a little bit, but it's not too obvious, so I think it's great. Now let's do the chromatic aberration. So this one is pretty easy as well. I will create a transform node, hook it up to my grade 3, and I will simply scale my image by 1.001. Okay, doesn't do much. I'm not previewing it, but I can if you want. It's really a slight upscale. Okay, but now I will create a copy node and plug the A pipe to the transform and the B pipe to the grade. And now I will choose copy channel. Copy RGBA.green to RGBA.green. So basically, on the red, green, and blue channels, I'm scaling up only the green channels. And you'll see, it will create this slight imperfection on my image. Let's have a look here. You can see that one. If I'm disabling that, you can see that now I'm generating this kind of colory edges, and that is what we call chromatic aberration. So if you want more or less, you can increase the scale factor here. For example, if I'm increasing by 1, you can see it's more and more offsetted. This is way too much, but this is just to show you how it works. I will just revert back to 1.001. You can put 1.002 if you like. Alright, last but not least, the grain node. So simply type tabulation and then look for the grain node. There we go, just plug it after your copy node, preview it, and I will simply choose one of the presets, the Kodak 5217, which I think is great, and this is it. Alright, in the next clip, we are going to prepare our final render, adding the motion blur, adding the right node, and making sure that everything is ready for the final render. So see you there.